Welcome to Change Happened, Then What? For the next month, I'm bringing you a different kind of story, a collection of winter tales from around the world, stories that have been carried through generations, shaped by culture, faith, tradition, and the simple human need to understand the darker season of the year. There's something about this time of year that invites us to slow down and listen a little differently. The nights grow long, the world grows quiet, and the season itself seems to ask us, what do we carry with us into the dark? And what helps us find our way back to the light? For generations, people across every culture, every landscape, and every faith have answered those questions with stories. Stories shared around fires and candlelight. Stories whispered in temples and kitchens and small winter homes. Stories passed from voice to voice, season to season, heart to heart. In this special collection, I'll be sharing 8 of those winter tales, each one from a different corner of the world, a different tradition, a different way of understanding this cold and tender time of year. Some come from ancient myth, some from history, some from legend, but all of them carry something unremarkably human, because when you listen closely, you start to notice a thread running through them, the desire to belong, the need for hope, the belief that light always returns, and the truth that we are held by each other, by memory, and by something larger than ourselves. These stories remind us that even though we come from different walks of life, different cultures, different religions, we still are shaped by the same longing for warmth in the winter, for meaning in the dark, and for connection in a world that can sometimes feel divided. And maybe if these ancient winter tales can meet one another so gracefully, if their messages can overlap and echo across oceans and centuries, then perhaps we can see that reflected in our own lives too. Perhaps we are more similar than we are different, if we only take the time to look, if we take the time to listen. So, wherever you are, early morning with a warm cup in your hands, late night when the house is still, or somewhere in between, I invite you to settle in, breathe a little deeper, and let these winter stories meet you exactly where you are, because winter has always been the season of storytellers, and the stories we share in the dark are the ones that help us find our way back to the light together. I'm your host, Heather Holt, and this is your Holiday Story Series. Today's story comes from Denmark, written by the storyteller Hans Christian Andersen, whose tales have traveled the world for nearly 2 centuries. In the mid-1800s, he walked the cobblestone streets of Copenhagen, observing both the beauty and the hardship of winter life. From those observations came a story that has been retold each New Year's Eve in many parts of Europe. The Little Match Girl. But today, I'll tell you it anew, with gentleness, hope, and the spirit that carries us into the new year. On a quiet winter's evening, as snow drifted softly through narrow streets, a young girl made her way through the city. She carried a small bundle of matches, simple wooden sticks meant to bring warmth and light. People hurried past her, wrapped in scarves and holiday excitement, rushing home to bright windows and warm meals. The girl paused under a street lamp, the glow catching her beneath the cold air. She wasn't selling the matches tonight. Not really. She simply needed a light, a little warmth, a moment of comfort in the long winter dark. She struck the first match. For an instant, the cold street faded away, replaced by the vision of a warm hearth. Flames danced gently, filling her with a sense of peace she hadn't felt in years. But as soon as the match flickered out, the vision dissolved and the winter night returned. Still, she wasn't afraid. She had learned long ago that sometimes hope begins with the smallest spark. She struck a second match. This time, she saw a table set for a feast. Bread, fruit, warm soup that steamed like a promise. She felt full without taking a single bite, and when the light dimmed, she smiled because something within her felt brighter than before. She struck a third match. In the glow, she saw her grandmother, kind, familiar, and filled with love. Her grandmother reached out a gentle hand, and for the first time in a long time, the girl felt her heart lift. When the match died, the vision faded, but the warmth did not. The girl understood then that these matches were more than simple sticks of wood. They were the doorway to memories, to love, to the parts of her life that had shaped her and stayed with her. So she struck another and another. Each flame revealed not what she lacked, but what she carried within: resilience, imagination, connection, joy. Finally, she lit the last match, but instead of a fleeting vision, the light grew stronger, steadier. It wrapped around her like a blanket. The cold beneath her feet softened. The darkness around her lifted. She felt safe. She felt seen. And then something extraordinary happened. The light didn't go out. It grew into a soft golden glow that rose into the sky, stretching above rooftops and chimney tops. The girl realized the warmth wasn't coming from the match anymore. It was coming from within her, a quiet, steady fire that had been there all along. A passerby stopped, noticing the glow, filling the alleyway. Another paused, and then another. People turned toward the light, drawn by its gentleness. And there, in the center of it, stood the girl, not cold, not alone, but illuminated. One of the townspeople stepped forward and wrapped her in a warm coat. Another handed her a lantern, and a third opened their door and invited her inside. The year was ending, and the new one was beginning, and the little match girl, once unnoticed, became a symbol of hope for everyone who had lost their way in the winter darkness. In Andersen's time, the story was meant to stir compassion for children in hardship. Today, we can let it remind us of something just as important. A single spark, a moment of kindness, a memory of love, a flicker of hope can change the direction of everything that follows. As the old year closes and the new one rises, we carry our own bundle of matches, the lessons that shaped us, the people who lifted us up, the warmth we can offer to someone else. And like the girl in the story, we discover that the light we seek is often already within us, waiting for us to strike the first spark. you for spending a little time with me in this winter story. I hope it brought you a moment of warmth and spark of wonder, or a reminder that light has a way of finding us, even in the quietest seasons. I'm your host, Heather Holt, and around here, I'm never alone. Waylon and Dalton are probably curled up somewhere listening right along with you, or pretending they are while actually dreaming about snacks and snowbanks. If this story touched you in any way, I'd love for you to share it. Share it with someone who could use a little light, with a friend who loves traditions from around the world, with a family member who tells some of the best stories, or with somebody you miss, maybe somebody you're just getting to know. And if you're enjoying this holiday story series, it would mean so much if you took a moment to rate the show, or leave a few kind words wherever you listen. It helps more people find these stories, the same way a single candle can help brighten a whole room. From my home to yours, from Waylon and Dalton, and everyone who makes this show possible. Happy holidays, and may the light carry you into the days ahead.